I get back from vacation, and what is the first tweet that I see? Is naming your baby sex fruit legal? You know what? I think I'm gonna head back out. Just kidding. I'm here, little wormies. We are back in business, so you better have your notifications turned on for the show and be mentally prepared every day at 4 p.m. Eastern because the drama didn't stop. There is some infighting currently happening in the conservative movement again with Candace Owens, this time with Kimberly Klacik. Brad Paisley thinks the most patriotic thing you can do is get vaccinated. A new pop culture docuseries on Netflix reveals some major tea on Usher and TPain, and more details about the Gossip Girl reboot have come out that have me saying, what in the social justice warrior is this crap? I'm AlexClark, and this is POPlitics.
Don't ask questions. Just give in to the power of the D.
I believe this all started when Kimberly Klacik, a conservative who ran for Congress in Baltimore last year, responded to someone's tweet asking her about Candace Owens. Kim's opinion is that while Candace talks a lot about the Black community, she doesn't use her show to help them enough.
Oh, brother.
Candace clapped back and said, wait a damn minute. Number one, this is my show, and I can do whatever kind of show I want to because it's mine. Number two, I asked you to come on my show and you declined and said that you're booked till August.
Can't we all just get along?
Kim claims she's done more for the Black community than Candace because she's placed 200 Black women into jobs via her charity. She then called Candace's show a computer show and said she doesn't want to go on because she doesn't normally let people profit off of a conversation with her. She even said the show can be edited because it is streaming online. I would rather go on Instagram Live with her so everybody can see the conversation in its entirety.
We'll do it live!
I'm not the biggest fan of feuds like this, to be honest. It just seems like a pissing contest. But I will say, Candace Owens not doing enough for the Black community is laughable. She created Blackset, and her entire brand is to get people, including Blacks, to think critically about the left and what they've been indoctrinated with their entire lives.
You have to use that brand of yours. Think.
Do you know how often I read comments or get tagged in tweets by other so-called conservatives who tag POPlitics and say that it needs to be more serious or they wish that we covered more serious topics? I mean, immediately I know it's a dead giveaway. They don't regularly watch POPlitics because if they did, they would know that I have covered everything from socialism to the CCP to abortion, the truth about Black Lives Matter, the porn industry, human trafficking, and more. I cover serious topics. And I also cover not so serious topics in celebrity news because I want to. And this is my show, so I can. And Candace's show is her show, so she can.
Right. Exactly.
I don't care if you're on the right or the left. Quit telling conservative creators what we should or shouldn't do on our shows. If your ideas are so good, pitch it and get someone to pick it up. Until then, toodles. And that's all on Candace Owens and Kim Klacik.
Thirst quenched.
Country star Brad Paisley says his fans need to get vaccinated because it's the patriotic thing to do.
It's hard to believe that was me and you.
Brad told MSNBC Deadline, the patriotic thing is when you raise your arm and say America, get a shot in it. That is the way that you are the most patriotic. Psst.
Do it! Just do it!
You know what I think is patriotic? Living in a country where you're not forced to inject something into your body if you don't want to. Having freedom of choice. My body, my choice, right? Let us decide for ourselves. We know about the jab. We know it's out there if we want to get it. We don't need to hear celebrities harping about it any longer. We're adults. We make that decision for ourselves. The scariest sentence that you can ever hear is, hi, this is the government. We're here to help. No thanks, Bubba.
No.
Why?
Because I'm not going to, period, the end.
A new docuseries is out that was made for us. It's called This Is Pop on Netflix. The series will cover 8 different major pop culture moments that people don't usually talk about. And the first episode is about auto-tune, and specifically TPain.
She thinks I'm cool.
Did you ever notice that TPain kind of disappeared off the face of the earth for a long time? Well, there's a reason. Usher sent him into a 4-year-long depression after he said something really rude to him on a plane.
I was awakened by the flight attendant. She said, Usher would like to talk to you in the back. So I got up and went back, and it was like, how's everything going? Quick small talk, no big deal. And He was like, man, I want to tell you something, man. I was like, what's good? I thought he was about to tell me something real. He sounded real concerned. He was like, man, you kind of f up music. I didn't understand. Usher was my friend. He was like, nah, man, you really f up music for real singers. Literally at that point, I couldn't listen. Is he right? Did I f up music? And that is the very moment. And I don't even think I realized this for a long time. That's the very moment that started like a 4-year depression for me.
Okay, first things first, how much of a cinnamon roll is TPain? What a sweet boy.
Oh! Oh, shit! I don't even know! Oh! Oh! Ah!
Clearly, Usher had no idea that TPain doesn't need auto-tune. He just uses it for fun. He's actually insanely talented and can play the piano too, I'm pretty sure.
She bobbing, she rolling, she climbing that bowling, yeah.
Someone on Twitter said this, and I think she nailed it on the whole situation. Usher hated TPain for successfully reintroducing and popularizing auto-tune again in the early 2000s, instead of supporting it, only to rely on it after his career went on the decline once the 2010s hit. I love that Usher has no problem telling someone who's supposed to be his friend that he effed up music, but he couldn't tell the girl that he was screwing that he gave her herpes. Make it make sense. We've talked about the Gossip Girl reboot before and how it's going to be a total woke joke. But real quick, I gotta share this with you. Apparently not only is the show going to be woke, it's just straight up not even gonna be the same show at all. According to the showrunner, Josh Safran, is that a spice? The show isn't going to glorify wealth. He said these kids wrestle with their privilege in a way the original didn't. In light of Black Lives Matter, in light of Occupy Wall Street, things have shifted.
You are disgusting, and I hate you.
Oh, good. It's not like, the teens being filthy rich is what made that show fun in the first place. We want to escape. The point of TV and movies is fantasy. I don't want to watch a bunch of teenagers or college kids living from paycheck to paycheck. Guess what? We already live that reality. By the way, I'm shocked they're even calling this SJW trash Gossip Girl. Shouldn't it be XOXO Gossip Thing?
I'm not giving up.
Hello, baby. Did you miss me?
And by me, I mean the sports recap. It's back, homie. This week we're talking about China. I mean the NBA. Well, the NBA and China. Same thing, really.
China? China, China, China. I have to have my China. China, China, because China, 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 China.
The start of the conference finals for the NBA is among us. There are only 4 teams remaining. The Phoenix Suns, who I'm rooting for, and LA Clippers from the West, and the Atlanta Hawks and Milwaukee Bucks from the East.
Everything that has transpired has done so according to my design.
Sidebar, did you guys see the Suns fans who went mega viral after he got in a fight with a Nuggets fan during the last round of playoffs? After he got in the fight, he yelled "Suns in 4" and has become a local celebrity. I have no idea what that means, but I have seen him star now on some law firm commercials. Back to the NBA. The league just suspended one of the Phoenix Suns' top players, Chris Paul, because he allegedly broke the NBA's health and safety protocols. But here's the kicker, the NBA is rigged. When their Chinese poster child, LeBron James, did the same thing earlier this year in the regular season by attending a tequila promo event, he wasn't suspended. This just goes to show that the NBA has no real desire to protect its players, they just care about ratings. And money from China.
It's called the double standard, Bobby.
While all this sketch stuff is going down in the anti-American NBA, the Chinese Basketball Association announced this week that it is considering a proposal that would ban any foreign players from playing in their league. How inclusive of them.
Don't act so shocked.
All right, that's all I gotta say for this week's Sporty Recap, Sports. I will see you next week, and go Suns! Since I was on my break, you guys have been making boss moves with the podcast reviews. Even if you've left one before, you can leave a new one as often as once a day. Just subscribe on Apple Podcasts to POPlitics and write a 5-star review for me and the show. We are already less than a month away from SAS, which is our next big TPUSA conference. This time it's for guys and girls. CUTEservatives, I better see you there. And of course, like always, there's adult tickets available if you're over 26. Just go to tpusa.com/SAS. It's good to be back. I hope you feel the same way. Show me by liking this episode. Let me know in the comments if you're Team Candace or Kim Klacik, and tell me if you think the jab is patriotic. Share this episode to your stories and say the POPlitics is back so everybody knows, and hit the save button. We're back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. It's pop culture without the propaganda every single day. Ooh, feels so good to say that again. I'm AlexClark, and this is POPlitics. Click below to watch yesterday's episode. Please subscribe, thumbs up, share this video, and ring the bell for notifications so you never miss the conservative. And make sure you're following this show at POPlitics on Instagram for even more CUTEservative content.